In all my work with people on accomplishing big projects, big conceptual cognitive labor projects, one of the things that comes up a lot is that they'll struggle with self-starting. They're procrastinating, they don't want to get going. And if that's you, I might have an answer for you. Before I get to that, though, I have to give you a little bit of historical context on why self-starting is hard. And that is that it used to be that if we didn't self-start, we would starve. If we didn't go out and hunt the bison or milk the cow or shear the sheep, then we wouldn't eat. Although I guess that last part has more to do with our clothing, but you get the idea. Anyway, now self-starting is a little bit more difficult because it's so conceptual. There's very little connection between the thing we do today and the food we eat later that night. And in a lot of cases, a project we might do probably has very little actual connection on the wages we even get. We can barely suss out why one is connected to the other. So it becomes difficult to ever get ourselves going. Now, when it comes to starting, I talk and will continue to talk a lot about cues and rewards, using certain cues to get yourself going into a state of focus and rewarding yourself after, but that's actually not at the core of how best to prevent yourself from procrastinating, which is really what we're talking about. That answer comes from this. The key to self-starting is self-stopping. So in this work that I do with people on accomplishing these large cognitive projects, they will often tell me, hey, Paul, yesterday I finally was getting going on this thing and I told myself all I had to do was 20 minutes and then 20 minutes got done and I felt so good that I ended up working for 2 hours. Aren't you proud of me? And then I have to sigh and give them the bad news, which is that they just broke the deal with their brain. And that the next day, they're probably going to run into some problems because their brain is going to say, yesterday, you said 20 minutes and then it was 2 hours, so screw you, man. I'm not going to sit down at all. And they'll end up on their couch watching Netflix. And then the third day, because the second day didn't go well, they're discouraged and they don't do anything at all. And then this makes it worse over time. And they do way less than if they had just metered out a little bit at a time every day. Now, when I talk about this self-stopping stuff, I'm also talking about being hyper-precise with our stopping points. So if you say you're going to work for 20 minutes, then not working for 19 minutes or 21 minutes, but working for exactly 20 minutes. Trying that for, let's say, 5 days in a row. And then the next week, if that has gone well, pushing that to 22 minutes. And then maybe after that, it's 24 minutes. What's interesting to me about this is the response I get from some people where they will say, whoa, 24 minutes, that's not nearly enough. But usually they're doing 0 minutes, so 24 minutes is actually a whole heck of a lot. And in reality, most people can really only concentrate for about 17 minutes. So it's kind of a miracle if you can pull off 24 minutes. The point here is that you are setting up deals with your brain and then you're keeping to those deals. It's like Promise Keepers, that thing Tom Osborne did a long time ago, except applied to your own brain. If you can do this over time, you'll also be granted this other superpower, which is the ability to lock in very intently on something and then come out of it exactly when you say you will. And then the third little bonus is that over time you'll start to know this is about how much time I need to spend on this particular part of this project today. And then you'll become a cognitive labor superhero, which doesn't sound very fancy, but will keep you from procrastinating and turn you into the sort of person who knows that you can count on yourself to do exactly what you say you will.